Hey, beautiful people. We are on day 30 of Strong in 75. And what we're going to do is we're going to figure out our utilization for an example that I have for you guys with some credit cards. We already did this yesterday as an example, but I want to do it again because I want you guys to understand how to do it. I don't want to waste too much time, so let's get right on into it. Now, the goal is let's see what we can do to try to get their overall utilization down to 30%. If you can, because this one I put where I have a lot of credit cards, it's very high utilization. Also, I'm going to teach you guys what they're going to have to pay to get it down to 10%. Okay. So yesterday we plugged in our credit report that we was using. They only had one credit card. So now with the example that I have, they actually have multiple credit cards. So here they are here. So let's go ahead and start plugging this stuff in. So the first credit card is this Capital One Platinum credit card. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to copy and paste this good, y'all. So please bear with me. Okay, so let's copy that platinum. Let's go ahead and put that there. Their limit is $1,750. Their limit is $2,000. Their balance is $1,750. Okay, perfect. So the utilization on this credit card is 87%. So that's very, very high. They have a Discover It Secured with $950 balance, $1,000 limit. So $950, $1,000 balance. Okay, we got that one added. They got a Chase Freedom Flex. Oh, so let's copy that one on here. Paste it here. The limit is 4,000, balance 3,400. So let's put 3,400 on here. Balance is 4,000. Perfect. So what was the balance on that thing? So 1920 with a $2,000 limit. I shouldn't have probably pasted that, but we're going to keep that there. 1980 wasn't 20 with a $2,000 limit. Okay, we got Credit One Bank. Okay, so 650 is the balance, 750 is the limit. Okay, perfect. We got Open Sky. The Open Sky has 850 as the balance and then 1,000 as the limit. Okay, perfect. Navy Federal. We got 4,800 and then 5,000. Okay, perfect. Mission Lane they have 720 with 800. Okay, perfect. So these are all of the credit cards that they have. So let's look and see where we're at. So all of their credit cards is over 85%. Again, remember I told y'all we never want to go over this 30% that's right here. So we already see that we have a huge problem. Okay, so with the utilization, their overall utilization is at 91%. So what I would suggest for them to get their utilization down, I would suggest that they maybe do the debt snowball, where you will list them from for at least to greatest in terms of the credit cards. They can do the debt snowball, or I like to know exactly when the credit card report, right? So I like to know when a credit card is going to report. And what I want them to focus on is their overall utilization. So we had 91%. Let's just try to get that down before this challenge is over with. because we are talking about a high balance. Let's act like they don't have a lot of money to pay that much money. Let's just get this down 20% if we can help it. Okay. So what I would say is, hey, when you get paid, I want you to learn how to do something called rotating your credit cards, meaning you'll go ahead and put the cash that you have on your credit card, wait till they report to the credit bureaus, and if you need to use the cash on that credit card, use it, but they're going to stop charging. If you need to use the credit card, they're going to stop charging you interest, which is really good, and they're going to report a very low balance. And you're going to keep doing this with all of your cards and rotating it. So let's act like, let's move this around a little bit. Let's act like the first credit card that they're going to go ahead and pay off is Discover is secured. So they got $1,000. Okay, so this is $950. This is going to go to $0, and then they got 50 more dollars. So they're going to go ahead and put that on this Credit One bank right here, which is going to bring this one down to 600. So now they have one paycheck. Okay, let's use our calendar. We kind of did it yesterday. I think I'm gonna do good. We'll put it in my head. So let's act like they just got paid yesterday on the 13th. They're going to get paid again on the 27th. Okay. So now with their utilization, they went from 91% altogether, right? And now they're at 85%. So they went down 6%. So now they're going to get paid again. They're going to put another $1,000 on their credit cards. Okay. Because remember, they have to pay these credit cards down to get their utilization higher. And I would rather pay the one that's going to report the soonest, because they're going to increase your credit score the fastest. So now the Credit One bank that we put $50 on, we're going to go ahead and pay that one off, because it's going to report. Let's act like it's going to report in 4 more days. So that one's going to be paid off. We still got $400 more. Let's go ahead and put that $400 on this mission lane right here. So now this balance is going to be $320. So now they another $1,000 down. But you can see 0% utilization and 0% utilization, because 2 cards is paid off. And then this one is now $40, because that one is paid down. So now our utilization went down another 6%. So what I'm seeing now is every $1,000 they pay into their credit cards is going down 6%. We started at 91%, and now we're at 79%. So this is really good. So let's see where we're at now. So we already put 1,000 on the 13th, 1,000 again on the 27th, and they're going to put another 1,000 on the 11th. So July 11th. So let's go ahead and put that 1,000 on here. But what we're going to do now is we're not going to be able to pay off a whole credit card, because our next credit card that's going to report is this Chase Freedom Flex. So what we're going to do is bring this balance down to 2,400. Now it's 85% utilization, y'all, but now it's 60. And now our overall utilization is at 73%. To be at an ideal place, I would say, for them, at this point, since we're seeing how everything is going, they already put $3,000 into their credit cards. Our last day is on the 30th. Let me make sure I'm calculating this right. So the 13th, we got paid 27. The 11th. Okay, so the next time they can pay is on the 25th. Let's see what that's going to do, because our last day is on the 30th of July. So the last time they can pay before this challenge is on the 25th. Now this one, they're going to pay more because they want to make sure that they get this challenge done. So they're going to go ahead and pay $1,500, but they paying it into the one that's going to report next. So they're not going to put no more on Chase Freedom Flex, because that already reported. It's too late for that. So what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and put the $1,500 into this Capital One Platinum. So when they do that, this is actually going to go down to $250. So their utilization is now going to be 12% for that particular credit card, and their overall utilization is 64%. Now, this is not the best, but guess what, y'all? It's a start. It is definitely a start. And I just want to make sure I show you guys that screenshot again on how your credit score can go up a lot just by just paying down credit cards. And it just depends on what your balances is, because I don't want you guys to, again, I want you guys to remember, look how much they paid a little over $600 on their credit card, and their credit scores went up 77 points. Okay, their credit scores went up 77 points. So I want to show you guys that your utilization can go up a lot by just paying down your credit cards. And it don't matter how much you paying, it's just the point. It matters how much you paying, but it's right now it's just the point of just paying something and paying it down as much as we can. Now, in their case, they may want to go on, because again, we got the Strong in 75 course, you guys, that is available. And since they have the course, they're saying, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and just continue on, because I got a 6-month plan on there where you guys can start tracking what you guys are going to do for the next 6 months. They may say, you know what? Let me just keep paying $1,000 every time I get paid. They can stay on that route, or they can say, hey, in the next month, I want to be down to 50%. Now, let me show you where they need to be at. If we say right now, hey, we at 64%, we want to get down to the 50%. Let me show y'all how y'all do that. So what they want to do is they want to know what their balance is, which is this $10,600. Remember, I said we're gonna just use this calculator because the number's gonna get bigger, and we just want to get used to it. So $10,600, and then we want to subtract this one here because that's where we need to be. So now we need to figure out what we're missing. What should we be paying? Okay. So now we know that this person, they need to pay $23.25. So now we know that the number is $23.25, and they're going to give themselves a month to do that because they can't pay as much as they were with like they wanted to say, you know what, I know I put $1,500 last time, and I'm going to have no money like that to do that. I can do a little bit more than 1,000. So they're going to go ahead and do the 23.25. So they're going to go ahead and do 23.25. And then they're going to do that divided by 4. So now they know for them to hit their goal of 50%, they need to pay $581.25 per week to hit that goal. So instead of them just doing 8,000, they do $581.25. Now, again, y'all want to find out which credit card is going to be reporting and which one is going to be reporting when, because that's going to be most important. So today, technically, it's the 14th of June. If we know, let's act like we not on the same schedule we was on before. We starting over. This is just where we at right now, whatever, right? That's what we acting like right now. If we know that the Discover is going to be reported on the 17th, oh, well, no, actually that one is paid, so let's not worry about that. Let's act like credit. Nope, credit one paid too. Let's act like City is going to be reported. That's the one that's going to be reported the soonest. We going to go ahead and put the money on that. Okay? And then if we still got time, say if it's like, okay, that's going to be reported the soonest, but that's in 2 weeks, we can go ahead and put the money on that now, the 581.23, and bring that down, and then we can go ahead and pay on it again because that's going to be the soonest. We want our credit score to go up the soonest, so we want to pay on the ones that's going to be reported the soonest. So if they say, hey, every week I'm going to pay on the card, you're going to pay on the one that's due the soonest. So you want to, what I like to do on my tracker, I like to put dates on here. So act like this one is the first. This one right here is going to be the 5th. And that way we know, okay, which one, where we at so far, and which one we need to pay on. I need to know what day is my due date, and then I know 3 days after that most likely is the day that the statement is going to close. Okay, and usually whatever your balance is when that statement closed, that's what's going to be reported. Not on the due date, but what your balance is when that statement closed. So this one gonna close on the 16th, so we still got time to pay on this one right here, which is what they're gonna do. And the Credit One Bank, let's act like this one is going to be the 21st, and so on and so forth. So what they're going to do is when they get paid that $500 and some dollars, since they got paid yesterday, they're going to go ahead and put that $500 and some dollars on that one. And then the 21st is when that Credit One is going to be due, which is next Saturday. So they still got time when they get paid again, or just next Friday. If they on every Friday I'm putting it on there, they're going to go ahead and put that money on the next one, because again, oh wait, wrong screen. Again, we want to make sure that we paying on the one that's going to be reported the soonest. Now, since this is a $0 balance, what they're gonna do is they're gonna go ahead and start paying on this one. Let's act like this was the 23rd. They gonna, instead of Credit One Bank, they got paid, they're like, oh, that one ain't even, I don't need to pay nothing on that. Good, go ahead and put that next money on that Open Sky. and so on and so forth. Now, if we on a, say if it's the 28th, right? We don't want to think about paying this one, the 23rd one. We don't want to pay the 21st one. We don't want to do any of that. We want to go on to these ones, depend on these due dates. If they already reported to the credit bureaus, don't put your money on that one if you're doing this to increase your credit score. Okay, if you're thinking about just paying down debt, do it the avalanche method or the debt snowball method. If we're thinking about increasing that credit score and getting the credit cards down, we want the one that's going to report the soonest. So most likely, if we're on the 28th, the next one is going to be Capital One. So we're going to put all the money that we can on that one. And if we have money left over, we're going to put it on the next one, which is this Chase Freedom Flex for $2,400. Now, since the Chase Freedom, I can't even say it, Chase Freedom Flex is on the 9th, and we're acting like it's the 28th, right? So it's the 28th or whatever, right? So the 9th, that means they have enough time to probably pay on it. So the 4th, they're going to put some more money on it again on the 4th. And then 2, usually they're not going to report until 3 days after your due date. So I tell people, call and confirm, hey, if I make a payment on this account, since that one report on the bill is due on the 9th, you want to call them and say, hey, I want to make a payment today. Will that be credited towards this statement? Because they're going to say, oh, yeah, your statement is going to come out later on today or later on tonight. They'll let you know when your statement is coming out. You just want to confirm with them, because you can go ahead and put an extra $581 on there. And then you're going to know, hey, in the next day or two, they're going to report. So that's why I tell people, just find out when these cards are going to report. When is your due date? And then make sure that you start paying on them credit cards in that order, because all we're looking to do is increase the credit score. We're not thinking about increasing decreasing the debt part of it. That's just a bonus right now. We're thinking about increasing the credit score. So if you guys understand this, definitely let me know. I'm going to come back with another example tomorrow. And for the people that already signed up for the Strong in 75, I have my Juneteenth special for you guys. For the people that already signed up for it, you guys are definitely going to get your books. Make sure you guys schedule a call. I look forward to talking to you all next week. I don't want y'all to build up, honestly, because I start school next week. I don't want y'all to build up. I want to talk to y'all, figure out y'all plan on what y'all need to do. Make sure you guys do all of the steps. Do step 1 through 5. The 5th step is to actually schedule that call. But go ahead and do all of the steps. But I'm looking and I'm seeing who all doing their things. And I'm going to make sure that you get your workbook. I'm going to also make sure that we had that call, and then I create your letters for you and I'll email them to you. Or if you wanted to do your own letters, then you guys can be able to do your own letters. But if you just go to strongest75.com, you guys can click that link at the top right there, and it'll take you to the sales page. This is going to end at 11:59 on Juneteenth. So go ahead and get in there. And again, it's only for 50 people. So get in there while we still have a few spaces available. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 31.